But before I go ahead, good evening, everyone. I can see the shout outs in the chat box. If you're joining a session like this, a job mentorship or a tech series with an analytics, if you're joining a session like this for the first time, I want you to drop a one in the chat box. Or if this is like your second time of each, or you've joined a session like this before, drop your favorite emoji in the chat box. Okay, I can see a lot of ones. Miss Edith Young, Emmanuel, iPhone 5. iPhone 5, if you can change your name so that I won't call you iPhone 5. I can only say iPhone 5 there. Okay? So if you can change your name, welcome Uche, welcome Makan, welcome Precious, Adibwale, welcome to Analytics Job Mentorship. Angelina, okay. So I'll try to remember that. Angelina, all right. So welcome, Peace. Welcome, Ghana. Welcome to Analytics Job Mentorship. This session is going to be very, very interactive, all right? Very interactive in the sense that you will have the opportunity to listen to what I'll be talking about. I'm going to be speaking for about 45 minutes. And when I'm done, you will have the opportunity to unmute your microphone, speak, ask questions, and get guidance on what best to do. If I said something or I talked about something and you're a bit puzzled, you don't understand, you will have the ability to ask all these questions by the time I'm done. All right. I device Sam. I can see your message. Trust me, you will have the opportunity to ask this question and I'll be able to answer you, give you clarity on what best to do and how best to move forward. Okay, so diving right into what we're talking about today, right? It's a analytics, like I said, it's a analytics job strategy, job mentorship. That is why we're here. Okay. And getting right into it, I don't really want us to waste a lot more time because we had to wait a bit for people to join us so that they won't miss out on the things we'll be talking about. Okay. So now that everybody is here, we can just get right into it and guide on what we need to do or what we are doing today. Like I said, it's a analytics job strategy. And before I even dive into it, for everybody joining the session, my colleague Elijah is in the chat box. He will be dropping an attendance form, a link, whereby this particular session is recorded. Okay. So if you want, and all this material, I'll be able to share them with you via email. So what you will need to do for you to be able to get this recorded video and this material that I'll be using, make sure you complete the attendance form that will be shared in the chat box. Just click on the link, complete it, have your email there, so that once we are done with this session, this session, the recorded video will be shared to your email. You all have access to that. And you will also have this material that I'll be using for this session today. Okay. So make sure you complete the attendance form. You'll be dropping in the chat box. Okay. So diving straight into what we are looking at achieving today. I want to believe everybody on the call, they are in look in getting a fantastic job, or they are looking for something that is way better than whatever they're doing now. It might be you're already in tech, or you're looking to transition into tech. You're just looking for something that is way valuable for you. This session, we're going to uncover all the opportunities that you can leverage on, the opportunities, the value that you have currently that you don't even know you have. How can you leverage on them? How can you like bring them out, leverage on them, or like capitalize on them, and use this to get yourself that particular thing that you need? This session, we're going to be talking about this, all right? And some of the things we'll be talking about is some of the problems or some of the challenges that we all faced. We've all faced this at some point in our journey, either on the job, transitioning, whatever we're looking to achieve. These are some of the challenges that we faced. It might be your current job, you're being labeled as a low skill, meaning you are now capped within the low income bracket, or you have experience but it's in a different industry. You don't know how you can get out of that industry, get into another one without losing that experience you've had over the years. Or probably maybe you've been taking thousands of courses, but it's more or less like it's a waste of time for you. It's a waste of time because you're not really doing anything with it. You will do it, you will learn, and at the end of the day, you're back to your job. Absolutely no value, right? Or if you're that kind of person that you're looking out to achieve high income, what you're doing right now, you feel you should be getting more. How can you position yourself to earn that high that you're actually worth to earn? This session will be talking about everything. And like I said, will we have the opportunity to get the opportunity to ask brief question and answer, and also be able to get a little bit of career mentorship to guide you on how best to transition, get that thing you need, and hold and be able to command your career as to what to do and how best to do it. Now, before I dive into talking about everything I promised I'll be talking about today, I would like to introduce Analytics. Analytics is a leading educational technology company where we specialize in providing specialized training in technology skills. And aside from training, we also deliver comprehensive data consulting services. And this is something we've been doing for over 5 years. And over the 5 years we've been existing, we'll be able to help over 3,500 people that cut across everywhere in the world transition into tech. These are people that they have absolutely no background at all in tech. These are people that have never heard anything technology or used anything like that before. We are able to help people like this, everyday people like that, transition into tech and land their first job in tech. And when you're looking at what are the programs or what are the career paths people can transition into, we have programs that cut across data analytics, business analysis, data engineering, data science, financial analytics, HR analytics, agile project management program. We have the DevOps engineer, we have the product design, the cybersecurity, and definitely the AI engineering. These are the programs that you have people get into. Now, a lot of people will be puzzled as well. We have a whole lot. Which one can I do? Or can I do everything? Don't worry. This session will answer everything that you have in that regards. And when it comes to you learning any of this program, we have a team of fantastic professionals that are working in all these different fields. I mean, if you're going through the data engineering program, you have somebody as a data engineer working in top companies like Amazon, McKinsey, KPMG, working in companies like that as a data engineer, coming into your classes and guiding you, teaching you how to be a data engineer. These are the team of professionals that you have teaching you and helping you transition into the real world of tech. Okay. And talking about myself, my name is Muidin Adiakoni or Prince Adiakoni, and I have a wealth of experience in the tech space. I have experience in data, I have experience in forensics analysis, I have experience in cybersecurity, I have experience in business management and business intelligence. But majorly, that's not why I'm here today. The reason why I'm here today is over the years, when I've been in this space, I've been able to help over 500 people transition into tech. These are people that have no background at all in tech, helping them transition and landing their first job in tech. When you're looking at my experience, I've worked in the educational technology, I've worked in finance, I've worked in logistics, I've worked in FMCG, and I've also worked in the health technology aspect. When you get this slide, you will have the opportunity to click on this link and be able to connect with me on LinkedIn. I'll be looking forward to connecting with each and every one of you on the call. And if you have any further more questions, trust me, I'll be able to just reach out, connect with me, send me a message. And once I'm chanced, I'll be able to reach out to you, answer your question, and give you guidance on whatever that you might be puzzled with. All right. Now, diving into what we are talking about today, whatever you're looking to do, right? Whatever job you're looking to get into, anything that it is, either in tech, either in what you do traditionally, once you're looking to get into a job, you want to identify or know or come to realization of one particular thing. And that thing is whoever that is looking to hire you, they are majorly looking out for two things that you do possess. The first one is the skill. What skill do you have? Let me go into the chat box so that I'll be able to call some few names. So the first name I'm seeing on my screen is Koinsola Ayodele. So if Koinsola is looking to get a job and she applied to a job, when the hiring manager is looking through our application, they are looking out for two things. Does she have the skill? Does she have the experience? These are the things that anybody looking to hire you, these are the things they're looking out for. Whatever experience you say you have, they want to be certain that you have an experience. So when you have these two things, then is when they now start to say, oh, okay, so it looks like this person has experience and said he or she have had this skill working around this certain thing or this thing. Can we actually interview this person to see and actually know what are the extent of what he or she has? They want to know your level of competence because when it comes to getting the job done, this your skill and your experience. These are the things that will equate to competence of you actually being able to get the job done. When it comes to tech, tech means technology. You are using technology to solve problem. So how do you solve a problem if you don't have experience on how to use that particular thing? How do you solve a problem when you don't have the skill to actually use that particular thing? How? That is exactly what anybody looking to hire you, that is what they're looking out for. All right. And today we'll be talking about, we'll elaborate on this, and I'll be guiding you on how you can come be from having none of these things at all to having it in abundance, abundant enough that will have you land yourself a job with it. Okay. And when it comes to you landing a job with it, when it comes to the programs that we do offer at Analytics, we just didn't wake up one day. I think I'm getting a feedback. Elijah, are you able to get your mute everybody? Okay, okay. So I was getting a feedback. All right. So when it comes to you saying going through the program, when it comes to the program you be doing, we just didn't wake up one day and we say, oh, so we have this program, or we hear everybody talking about the program. Now come and take it or come and do it. No, definitely not. What we did at Analytics was we went ahead to look at all the major job boards. And our goal was just one thing. We're looking out for jobs that a lot of organizations were hiring for. So we gather the information, we scrape all the data of jobs that have high volume of companies searching for professionals in these roles. So when we gather this information, then we went ahead to analyze it. Now, our analysis was based on three major criteria: the ease of learning, the ease of transitioning, and the high rewarding salary. Meaning, whatever job our analysis is going to bring forth back to us, it has to be easy to learn, it has to be easy for you to transition into, and definitely must be something that is going to give you a high rewarding salary. After our analysis, we were only able to arrive at these 10 programs that I talked about that you can get into. Now, what we have, or what this means is, if you are getting into any of these programs, you're going to be able to learn it easily. You're going to be able to transition into it easily also. And you're going to be getting a fantastic salary that will come with any of this career path that you get into. Now, we have this confirmation, we have this affirmation, but we went ahead to even seek external validation, meaning, oh, so we are now certain that if you go through this, you'll be able to transition easily and your salary, everything is going to be in a fantastic spot. But what is that validation that 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line, or even 10 years down the line, you won't wake up one day and you don't have a job anymore. Your career is extinct. It doesn't exist anymore. Companies don't need you anymore. What's that validation? How can we be so certain that if you get into any of these career paths, that will not be happening to you? So what we did was to seek external validation from the World Economic Forum, and that particular report that we were getting from them was something that was released early last year. And this particular report was telling us that between now and 2030, a total of 170 million jobs will be created between now and 2030. 170 million jobs will be newly created. And while these 170 million jobs will be created, a total of 92 million will disappear. Meaning, while new jobs are being created, there are some jobs that will vanish. Now, when we got that, we're able to say, oh, so if 92 million jobs will be disappearing, how are we certain that even my own job right now that I have is not going to be part of these 92 million jobs? What about these 10 career paths that we have? Are we certain that none of them will disappear in 5 years? Who is not part of these 92 million jobs? And what we now actually saw is most of the jobs that will be newly created, a very good number of them are remote jobs, and they're really high paying tech roles that they don't even require you to have any technical background before you can get into them. So we needed to dig more and understand what are these roles that a lot of organizations are hiring for, and it is going to really be high in demand. Now, this particular report, like I said, you'll be getting this in your email, so you can go through this particular report yourself. If you see this below here, you have opportunity to click on the link. I've had the link there for you. Click on the link and you'll be able to get this report. You'll be able to go through because it is pretty robust. It's a very long list. Now, what you can see on your screen is telling us that you see this career path that you can see on the right side of the screen. These are career paths that a lot of organizations are not really looking to hire for. If you find yourself in this right side of the screen, there's a tendency that yes, you might have your job right now, but if you lose your job or something happens to you between now and 2030, you might struggle to get yourself another job. That is one. Then, if you're also in this space, there's a big chance that you might wake up one day and you don't have a job anymore because the organization you're working for, they don't need you anymore. But if you see the career path on the left side of my screen, according to the World Economic Forum, right? They were telling us, they're able to show that if you find yourself becoming a big data specialist, you are like the number one most sought after professional in the whole world. Meaning, if you're a big data specialist, a lot of organizations are looking for you and they're looking to hire people in this space. And that will equally become somebody that is a data engineer. Like I said, the list is pretty long. You have the number two on the list is fintech engineers. But funny story, you will see that we don't have or we don't offer fintech engineer roles. I might be asking, so why don't you want to offer fintech engineer? Because it's this number two on the list of the highest in demand by organizations or the growth between now and 2030. The reason why we don't have that is remember the three major criteria: the ease of learning, the ease of transitioning, and a high rewarding salary. The fintech engineer roles only meet one out of these three. It's not so easy to learn. Becoming a fintech engineer is not so easy for you to transition into, but trust me, when you get a job as a fintech engineer, the salary that comes with it is phenomenal. It's amazing. So he's only going to meet one out of the three criteria. That is why we don't offer fintech. But if you see every other thing, AI machine learning specialist, so many more of them. All right. So when you get this list, make sure when you get the spreadsheet, the slide, make sure you go through it, dive into it, and use this to help make make more informed decision. Remember, if you are just joining, you will have the ability to get this slide that I'm using. You have ability to get that shared with you via email. This session is also recorded. The video will be resent to your email once you are done. So if you just join in, you're not going to actually miss out anything. But make sure you complete the attendance form that my colleague is sharing in the chat box. His name is Elijah. He's sharing it in the chat box. Make sure you complete that, you fill that, so that you don't miss out on anything that I'll be talking about today and be able to make reference to everything we're talking about. Right? Now, when it comes to you transitioning, over the years, over the 5 years we've been existing as a company, this year will make us 6 years we've been existing. We've been able to coin and create a perfect working formula. And what do I mean by a working formula? It means we've had thousands of people go through the same structure, go through the same formula, and you have them coming out at the end victorious. And what is that formula? The LPA approach, the learn, the package, the apply. Now, what this simply means is if you're looking to become anything, either a data engineer, a data scientist, a cybersecurity analyst, anything you're looking to become, the first thing you want to do is you want to learn how to be that person. That's the first thing you want to do. Even if you're looking to become a stylist, let's take it out away from tech now. If you're looking to become a stylist, the first thing you want to do is learn how to actually work as a stylist. That's the first thing you want to do. Then once you're done with that, now you have the skill. You can do any sort of thing you want to do. The next thing I want to go ahead to do is, oh, so now I have the skill. Who are the people that need me to come and style them? Who are the people that need me, or how can I position myself in such a way that people that need my service that I don't know about, how can they see me? That is when you start to package yourself. And when it comes to packaging, I will talk more on how you can package yourself, make yourself very visible to be able to have you landing jobs. Now, you also have what we call the apply approach. The apply is when you learn how to apply to jobs. A lot of us are all victim of this one-click apply type of application. So if you go on LinkedIn, you go on Indeed, you go on Glassdoor, you will see this one-click apply. You just need to click it, one, two, your application has been sent. If you've done something like that before, let us be truthful. I've done it before. Trust me. If you've done it like before, I want you to drop a 0 in the chat box. If you've done the one-click apply thing before, drop a 0 in the chat. Miss Eddie Young, Akam, I think that's Angelina, Precious Emmanuel. Trust me, I will tell you one simple truth. That thing, stop doing it from today. Stop it. It's a 100% waste of time. Instead of you to be doing that, please go out, go and play, watch TV, take a nap, read a book, do something else. But you see that one click apply is a total waste of time because trust me, it is not going anywhere. And I will tell you what I mean by that. And I've done it before, trust me. There was a time that I think this was many years ago. I'm not judging anybody, so don't judge me. This was like very many years ago. I was specifically, I think that was on Indeed. I will specifically search for jobs that has one click apply, and all it takes is like one, two, three, one, two, three. I spend hours doing it. I will stop from Indeed. I will go on LinkedIn. I will do the same thing. By the time I get to my email, I will see hundreds of jobs I've been able to apply to. Hundreds. It's because when I apply to it, it will send me a notification like, oh, you've applied to this job. You've applied to these jobs. Yes, awesome. I did not get one single call back. I'll be like, what is going on? Is it like my application is not enough? Should I increase the number? It is a total waste of time. And I'll tell you why. Not now. I'll tell you why later. Okay. So if you've been doing it, I can tell a lot of people, we are all corporate. Stop it. Don't do it again. If that is the only thing you want to do, you don't have any other thing, don't do it. I will teach you a better way to actually strategically apply to jobs, because this is the way that will get your CV to the hiring manager. Your CV she will pass the 6 seconds review time line, and you will have a hiring manager ring you up or send you an email. If you don't reply, they'll reach out back to you, try to get you into an interview because you matter, because your application do matter. I'll walk you through how to be able to achieve all these things, right? And it's not like it's a one-off thing. Like I said, we've had thousands of people that have a background, people that don't have a background. The lady you can see on your screen, her name is Abigail. She relocated from Nigeria to Canada. She got into the chaos space. She did that for some time, went through the program, went through analytics, went through business analysis, and she was able to find herself landing a senior level job. As a matter of fact, she landed a supervisor level job as a business analyst with the government of Alberta. All right. This is somebody that went from Nigeria to Canada to getting into the care space, earning around 35,000 CAD every annually, getting into the program. And after the program, she was able to find herself landing a job that is paying her over 75,000 CAD as a business analyst. What are the things that she went through? What are the things that she was able to do? How do you move from being a support worker to landing a senior level job as a business analyst? How? I will show you. It is not a magic. It might seem like a magic, but for us, it is years of learning, understanding the process, and being able to help people go through that same process and achieve the same success that we've had past our past alumni being able to achieve. Judith also went from low skilled, from being called that she's somebody that has low skill, to her landing is a fantastic job as a business analyst, where she's having the opportunity to work fully remotely. Judith is in UK. She's living in UK and she's working as a business analyst for a company in the US, right? This is possible because of the process that she went through. If you're also in the healthcare space, Pavel has a background as a teacher, absolutely no background at all in tech. But by the time he was done with the program, he was able to find himself landing a job as a healthcare data analyst, right? What are the things that they all went through? What are the things that they have in common that was able to have them landing jobs in the healthcare space? Like Mautin. Mautin has a background in as operations manager in Nigeria, went through the program, was able to land himself a job as a pathology data analyst. Martin is in UK and he got the job with NHS. All right. Now, these are all people that went through the program. Like I said, we have lots of them. If I'm talking about them today, we're not going to leave here. All right. And I want to wrap this up in like 45 minutes so that we all will be able to have the opportunity to ask our questions and know how best to really move forward with anything that we are looking to achieve. And one thing that you need to actually identify is you see all the people I just talked about, none of them have any technical degree. None of them have any experience when it comes to coding or anything tech. None of them have all those things. None of them have a family or a team of professionals excuse me, working in tech space that they're able to say, oh, because my friend is in this space, I can do it too because he or she is always there. None of them have all these things. But one thing that they do have or they went through is they followed that same structure. The structure that I told you about, the LPA structure, the learn, the package, the apply approach. They went through this. They all learned how to build a portfolio to showcase the real thing that they've been able to do. Because when it comes to tech, like I said, it's quite heavy on your technical know-how. Can I see what you've done? This is a space whereby it's pretty heavy on solving problem. So if I'm going to hire you, I want to see things that you've done before. I want to see how you coming into my organization is going to solve the problem that I'm currently faced with. So can I see the things you've done before? The only thing that can answer this question for you is a portfolio. And your portfolio is going to house all the projects that you must have worked on in any of the career path that you get into. All right. They've also attended, everybody I've talked about, they've also attended Tenalytics mentorship sessions where you have industry experts, people that are well defined, that are well successful in the tech space. We bring these people back into your classes and they help you understand what you need to do, how you need to do it for you to achieve the same level of success. These are people that can be your mentors, hold your hand, and guide you through how you'll be able to land all these things you're looking to achieve. And like I said, everybody that you see me talk about, they don't do the one click apply. No, they all went through learning how to tailor their CV to the application. I'm going to talk more about this when I'm talking about the employability, so you understand what it actually means. When I mean you tailor your application you tailor your CV to every application, and definitely is something that we are very big on. Interview preparation. You will never get into an interview without getting prepped by a professional. This is the structure that you have people go through and you have them landing jobs 2, 3 months, 4 months into the program, and even after the program, right? This is the structure that they all go through. And like I said, we are cut across everywhere in the world. We have over 3,000 people that have been able to go through the program, and you find them landing jobs almost anywhere in the world. Now, when it comes to you learning, you transitioning, the best way for you to learn anything that you want to learn is to learn in a project-based environment. For everybody I've talked about, they learn working. So if you're learning business analysis, you're not learning business analysis by the books. You're not going and reading one particular research book or reading a textbook or reading a research. No, you're learning how to be a business analyst by working on projects as though you're a business analyst. If you're learning how to be a cybersecurity analyst, when you're learning penetration testing, you are diving into the real world environment whereby there's an incoming attack or you're trying to penetrate into a particular server, you are working hands-on. That is the type of environment where you learn how to be this or that. This is an environment that all the people I've talked about, they go through. And one key thing that you be getting from this type of learning is majorly two things, but I'll talk about three. Number one, let's say you are using, you are trying to you're trying to learn cybersecurity, and let's say you're learning how to defend an incoming attack. How do you even identify that? You're using a tool like Wireshark to analyze your network. And while you're doing that, remember Wireshark, meaning while you're trying to analyze your network, you are doing this using a specific tool. This tool in the sense of Wireshark. Now, if you are doing this, you are doing this in which company? Is it a retailing company? Is it a gaming company? Is it in the finance space? Is it in the healthcare space? What sector are you doing this in? Experience, right? You are gaining, as you're working on this project, you are also gaining experience as what it will need to work in such sector or such industry. And by the time you are done with such project, you will have the ability to add such projects to your portfolio. So when you get into an interview and they tell you to tell them about a time when you did this or you did that, you are easily able to talk about it because number one, you did it, and number two, you have it in your portfolio whereby you're able to easily talk about it and make them understand the value that you are bringing to the organization. These are the things that you go through during your learning. And trust me, I know you might be puzzled or you have some questions like, oh, but I don't have time. I work full time. Trust me, we've had people that they don't have even their weekends to themselves. But the way your programs are structured, you have a very clean system that you don't have your session every day of the week. You have it on Saturdays. And on Saturday, you have the option to select either morning class or evening class. And even if you miss these sessions, These are classes that are always recorded that you can go through and watch when you have the time, right? And you're not just doing only live class. You also have what we call self-paced watch me do it sessions, videos, whereby these are videos you get to watch at your own time. And if you have questions, you always have a system that is designed to could help you. You have access to instructors. You can ask them questions and they'll be able to answer any of these questions. You might be puzzled and say, oh, I'm too old or I'm too young. I'm not sure I'll be able to learn this. If you joined this session earlier, the first person that I played his testimonial is over 60 years old. The video is on our YouTube. Anybody that didn't join so early, you can go and watch it. He's over 60 years old, somebody that been in the space for in and as a public servant for over 20 years, went through the business analysis program, and he was able to find himself landing multiple offer. Over 60 years old man. So trust me, even him that was able to land that is not the oldest that we've had gone through the program and was able to land himself. So trust me, the way the program is structured, it doesn't really matter either you're young or old, it is suitable for everybody. And if you are looking at, oh, so I want to get this so that you'll be able to migrate, or you're looking for something that will come with sponsorship, definitely, yes, you can. Because aside from we teaching you how to be this person, we also have sessions that will teach you how to navigate the job market and land some jobs that will facilitate the opportunity of you getting sponsorship. Also, we have some companies that you have ability to reach out to and get sponsorship 100%. These are companies that we get access to in our in-house job board. I'll be talking a little bit more about this once we get to that spot. So these are some of the career paths you can get into if you're looking to become a data analyst. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to talk about all the jobs you can apply to, like all these different type of job title. I'm just going to take the headers, which is either data science, data engineering, and the type of people that can get into these roles. So if you're looking to become a data analyst, the only thing you need to get into this role is a problem solving skill. Because what you're always doing is you're taking data, history data, analyzing it, and helping organization understand what has happened in the past and how they can leverage on that information to make whatever they're doing much more better. That's you as a data analyst. If you're also looking at becoming a data scientist, the data scientist is like a big brother to data analyst because everything a data analyst can do, a data scientist can do it and some more. Now, the more in the data science is the predictive aspect of and of data, whereby you are able to forecast things that will happen in the future as a data scientist. As a data engineer, your responsibility, and if you're looking to get into data science, if you're open to learning a little bit of Python programming language and you are open to statistics, and definitely you can get into um, data science. If you're looking at data engineers, these are people that they are very pretty heavy on coding. The way you learn how to code is similar to the way a software developer will learn how to code using Python programming language. And what you're doing is you're working, building a database, making data readily available for use for any data professional that want to use it within the organization. And if you remember the highest in-demand career path, the big data specialist that I talked about, these are the data engineers. Okay. Now, the cybersecurity, I talked about that also. These are people that are responsible for protecting our digital assets within an organization. So, how to do all this is what you get to learn within the cybersecurity space. Then you have the business analyst. If you're somebody that have a background in any customer facing role or people facing role, or you're very comfortable speaking with people, then you want to get into business analysis. Because as a business analyst, what you're doing is you are like a bridge between the technical team and the non-technical team. That's the stakeholders, the software team and the stakeholders And what you're doing is you're identifying the business problem that the stakeholders are having, and you're jumping into meetings with the technical team to know how you can use technical tools, programs, softwares to solve the problem that the organization is having. You are like the bridge. You speak technical and you also speak non-technical. So you are the bridge that provides solution to organization. And the only thing you need to excel in that space is a fantastic communication skill. If you're somebody that you don't want to really get into facing people, talking about people, or talking about facing people facing role, then you want to look into data analysis. But you're comfortable speaking with people, then you want to get into business analysis. Then you also have the financial analytics or financial analyst. These are money smart people that help organization make smart financial decisions. So if you're that kind of person that is by nature you're money smart, then get into financial analysis. Then you have the HR analyst. These are people that they are people's people. They care about people. They love people to get what they need. And what you're doing as an HR professional is you're using people's information, people's data to help organization understand what is going on within itself, within its workforce. That is you as an HR professional. Then you have the Agile Project Manager, Scrum Master. These are people that are in charge of building projects. They are the managers. They manage everything from top to the very bottom. If you are very good with managing people, by default, if you find yourself in a team of in a group of 10 people, automatically by default, you automatically assume the leadership role and you help everybody achieve whatever they need to achieve. If you are that kind of a person, then you want to get into the agile project management role where you learn how to become this person 100%. And when it comes to you now getting jobs, so you understand the role you want to get into now. Now, the question now is, now that you understand what you want to do, how do you land yourself a job with the technical skill? And the technical skill, as you can see, will actually get you the interview because if you have your CV, you have all the technical skill there. Yes, they want to see you, they want to speak with you. Now, when they speak with you and you find it difficult to talk about those things you have in your CV, you're talking about helping organization achieve let's say 20, 30% uh, cash flow increment within 6 months. And they ask you, how did you do it? And you just say, we did it. We saw the problem and we did it, and it was 30%. They'll be looking at you like, who is this? What are you talking about? What is this? They'll yank you off. Now, the only reason why say we did it, we saw it, is because of the employability skill that you will learn or that you will have. Because this is the actual thing that will land you the job. And when I'm talking about the employability, the first thing you will have under your employability is your CV review, CV revamp. When you join the program, we have in-house professional that will take your CV from you and revamp it for you. So whatever CV you have, whatever CV we are all using now for that one-click apply, we will submit it, right? In-house professional will revamp it as to whatever program you're looking to get into and make it a very fantastic CV. And when you have that CV, you will now learn how to tailor that CV to every job you're applying to. Now you have a master CV. You won't take this master CV and still go and be using it for one-click apply. Never. You're not doing that. But what you're doing is, so let's say, for example, you have a master CV for cybersecurity, right? And you saw this role, a SOC analyst role, you won't take that CV and just throw it to the SOC analyst role. No, because for the SOC analyst role, they need you to highlight and talk about some things you've done, some tools you've used as a SOC analyst. So you would tailor that your master CV and match it to the SOC analyst role, whereby everything on your CV will be talking about the job description. And the reason why you're doing this is to beat what we call the applicant tracking system, the ATS. You see, when you do all those one kick apply, there is one bodyguard When I knew this, I was just shaking my head like, Prince, you fuck up. There is a particular bodyguard that all these companies they employ. The name of the bodyguard is called ATS, the applicant tracking system. You know, when you go to a random party, you are not invited. See all these hefty guys, they all look like a mountain that stand at the entrance. That is exactly who ATS is. Now, the only reason why these hefty guys at the entrance will let you in, you show them your ID, your invites rather. You show them your invites, they're like, okay, go. Exactly. You see that ATS, what it's doing is if they need, so let me use data analysis as an example. In the data analysis space, you have the Power BI, you have Tableau. Both of them, they are both business intelligence, so they are both used for analysis. Power BI is a tool owned by Microsoft. Tableau is a tool owned by Salesforce, right? Now, you will have some organization tell you they don't use Salesforce. They are a Power BI, they are a Microsoft company. They use Power BI. You will have some organization tell you they don't give anything they don't care about anything that has to do with Power BI or Microsoft. They are using Salesforce. Both of them are both data analysts too. Okay. Now, if you apply to a job as a data analyst, and that job, that company, they are using Tableau or they need somebody that have Tableau experience. By going through the data analytics program, you will have both of them. But if you take that CV that has Power BI or probably has Power BI and Tableau, but you're not actually highlighting the use of Tableau, when you apply to that job with that CV, the ATS will take your CV, squeeze it, send it back at you, and 24 hours later, you get a rejection email. We are sorry, we are moving on to other participants that better suits the post. No, there's no anything. Your CV never even made it to the hiring manager. It is that ATS that is sending it back to you and is attaching a complimentary rejection email. Like, okay, I've rejected you. Bye bye, go. The only reason why that is happening is because your CV is not showing that the thing that is needed. If your CV is being tailored to that job description, it is going to have everything you need. And when your CV goes through the ATS, it will see that, oh, so my organization needs somebody that has Tableau experience. This CV is showing people somebody that has Tableau experience. This is a good match. You are free to go. So you see, when you do that one click apply, you see where there is a problem because you don't tailor it. You just click, path, go, 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 go. Next thing, rejection. So that's why I said, instead of you doing that, just go and sleep, watch a movie, or hang out with friends and family. All right. Now, when it comes to you getting the job with us, it is not 100% dependent on your CV. Definitely not. There's a big opportunity in LinkedIn. And what you'll be doing is you will learn how to actually optimize your LinkedIn that will open up opportunities. Just before I started, Vanessa, the lady that was speaking that is in France, she is in the program. She's trying in the program, the data science program, and she was able to land herself a job as a data scientist for a company in France. The way she got that was not through any sort of application, was simply because she optimized her LinkedIn as a data scientist, and the organization, the hiring manager, saw her profile, reached out to her, scheduled an appointment, and she got the job. This is a job that she never had knowledge that was existing. She was able to get that job because her LinkedIn was optimized. So you will learn how to also do the same thing. Then you also learn how to navigate the job market. Whatever thing you're looking to achieve, you will learn how to search the job market and get it. Also, under you're navigating the job market, we have in-house job board that you have ability to apply to. These are jobs that are premium. They are not jobs you'll find on LinkedIn, Indeed, Glassdoor. No, they are premium jobs. Before we as a company get access to them, we need to pay to get access to them. So after picking payments, We scrape all these jobs and we bring them to you. You can apply to them 100% without paying anybody anything. Then, like I mentioned earlier, also, you will never attend any interview without getting interview prepped, whereby a professional will jump into a one-on-one session with you and be able to prep you for the interview you're looking to get into. You also have ability to get a reference letter from Analytics. You also have ability to get on-the-job support after your training or even during your training. If you land a job during your training, you get on the job support. If you land a job after your training, you still get on the job support. We never leave you. And I've talked about mentorship sessions. These are sessions whereby you have your career experts, your professionals in the field come into your classes and they guide you as to what is going on. These are people that will literally handhold you to achieve everything you're looking to achieve. And this happens every week for the whole duration of your training. And the last one I'll be talking about is the Upwork. Upwork is a freelance platform. So you will learn how to optimize your Upwork to furthermore open up opportunities for you from another perspective. Okay. So these are the things you'll be looking at going through. And the duration of the training is 8 months. So but in these 8 months, you'll be learning how to be you will have 6 month in-class training, meaning for the duration of 6 months, you will be working on projects in any of the program you must have registered for. You get to work on that for 6 months. And for 2 months, you get to do internship, whereby you get to do that with a consulting firm, where you get to work on more projects. Okay. And like I said earlier, you have your live classes on Saturday. You have two options. You have either the morning session, which is the EU time class, or you have the North America time zone class, right? The one in EU is 10 a.m. UK time, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. UK time, and the one in North America, which is going to be evening for those um in not in EU, but that one in North America is 10 a.m. MST, that's Mountain Standard Time, or that 10 a.m. MST is going to also be 12 noon EST on Saturday, right? And when it comes to your classes, like I think I mentioned this earlier, your classes are 100% recorded. So even if in a situation whereby you miss your class, that particular class is recorded and it's going to be added to your Google Classroom where you have a lifetime access to whatever resources that have been shared. Now, talking about you getting on board and getting into any of this program, we have our next cohort starting 7th of March. Now, I see the 7th of March, I have a particular juicy offer for anybody looking to get started immediately. Okay, so I have a juicy offer which I'm going to share with everybody. Now, what this simply means is the original price for the program is 1,200 US dollars, but we currently have a 20% discount that for you to join the program, all you have to do is pay 1,000, register for a program for 1,000. But you see that 1,000, you're not mandated to pay everything all at once. So start immediately, either by 7th of March or the GC offer that I'm going to tell you, all you have to pay is 200 US dollars and you'll be able to get access to everything, no limitations. And the next $200 is now going to come in installments. Okay, so if you click on the link that my colleague will be jumping in the chat box, it will take you to Analytics website, which I'll also show you. I'll show you right now, and I'll walk you through how you'll be able to make your payment. So let me share that part of my screen. Okay, so if you click on the link that my colleague will be sharing in the chat box, it will bring you to this website. Let me share that. I'm not certain he has shared it yet. Okay, so I just shared the link in the chat box. You can see it. So if you click on that link, it will bring you to this analytics website. So what you want to do is you want to scroll down to any of the programs. So any of the program you're looking to get into, they are all here. So you want to go through it. If you're looking to get into data science, whatever one you're looking to get into, It's right here. If you are also in the healthcare space and you are looking to get into health tech, over here, let's say you have experience as a nurse, support worker, you are already in the healthcare space, or you're not in the healthcare space, but you want to get into healthcare, all you have to do is come over here and click on buy now for the health tech. Okay, so any of them. So let me use the health tech as an example. If you click on the buy now, it will open up and you have opportunity to click on this part that says enroll now. Okay, so once you click on the enroll now, it will give you a prompt whereby you need to register on the website and verify your email. So you need to verify your email before you can make payments. Okay, so you come, you input your full name, you input your valid email address because it's going to be verified, and your valid phone number. That should preferably make sure it has the opportunity to get a WhatsApp message. And once you have that verified, you will be able to make payments. But in my own case, I already have an account, so I will just sign in. So once you have your email verified, you will get to this page where you have the opportunity to jump on the discount immediately. Now, the juicy offer that I'm telling you is we have a class that started today, 7th of February. Okay, we have a class that already started today. You still have the opportunity to join that class, okay, which is like the last chance for you to join the class starting today. If you want to take advantage of that opportunity, you have the opportunity to just select it right now. But the only big but there is you need to secure a spot right now, like right now, because it's ending today. Once it's evening, once it's like 12 midnight, Alberta time, this particular discount is going to end. All right. But if that is not a problem for you, you have opportunity to even select your next starting date. If you miss out on the February starting date, the next one you have is going to be March. Okay, so you have opportunity to start today or start in March. And if you look at your payment option, you have a one-time payment. So instead of you paying 1,000 US dollars, you have ability to pay 850. That's if you're looking to pay once. If you're looking to pay two times, you're still going to save yourself a whooping sum aside from the 20% discount, and you pay a total of 900 US dollars. That is if you're looking to pay two times. If you make your first payment today, 7th of February, your next payment will be coming 7th of March, which is going to be your last. Okay. But if that will not be so comfortable for you, you cannot dole out $450 right now. Rather, you want to still take advantage of the 20% discount, but spread it and pay in installments. You can pay up to 5 installments, and that will have you pay 200 US dollars every month for 5 months. You have this payment option. So whichever one that is best suitable for you, the one you get best value, select it, any of them, select it, and you click on apply discount. If you're joining from Canada, you also have the equivalent. The 5 instrumental is going to be 283 card. The 2 installment is going to be 637 card. Then the one-time payment is going to be 1,200 card, right? If you are paying in pounds, you also have the equivalent. If you are paying in euros, you have the equivalent. If you are paying in naira, you also have the equivalent. So whichever one that works best for you, select it and go ahead. So let me say I want to start in February. I want to start with a class starting today. I don't want to wait on top until I don't want to wait up until March 7th. I want to start today. So I want to pay the 5 instrumental. I'm selecting the 5 instrumental. I click on apply discount. So once you click on apply discount, your 20% discount will be applied. And as you can see, once you make your first payment today, your next payment is going to come at 8th of March, 7th of February, 7th of May, and by 6th of June, when you get to pay your last 200 US dollars. So what you want to do after that is you want to make sure that your information is correct, read the terms and conditions, and be able to make your payment. So this is how you go ahead to make your payments, making sure that you don't miss out on any of these discounts. Deborah said we're paying to get a job. Deborah, I believe you just joined. So I think that's why you're not really understanding. I'm going to probably maybe when people get to ask questions, you will understand what we are talking about. Okay. Now, I think I'm almost at the tail end of what I'm talking about. So everybody will get the opportunity to ask questions. If you have any question you need me to answer, you have the opportunity. But one thing you need to really take important notice of is this discount I'm talking about is only available to the first 20 people to register. Once the first 20 people register, the discount, the 20% discount is over, and you get to pay the full price, which is 1,250. Okay. So if we have questions, I'll be going through the chat to see if I have anybody that have a question. And can also ask to unmute, or you can drop your question in the chat box. If you have a question, I'll be able to take it or read it out loud. Or if you don't, if you don't want to type it, I can you can unmute your mic and you get to ask questions that you might have. Okay? So, and to answer your question, Deborah, you are just joining. So what you want to do is let me copy this again and share that. You want to make sure that you complete this form. This form I just shared in the chat box. Complete it. This session is recorded. So everything I've talked about that you missed, complete that form. The session is recorded and the video will be shared with you. This material that I'm also using will be shared alongside to your email. So you can watch it, understand everything I've talked about, and you got in when I was talking about how to secure that spot. You also understand what led to that path. Okay. So make sure you complete the attendance form and you'll be able to get the video. So Precious, I've asked you to unmute your mic. Hi, Precious. Precious, you can unmute your mic now.
Okay, I am sorry. Sorry about that. Thank you. So my
That's fine.
question is, my degree is in healthcare management, and I've been working in healthcare my whole life. I was looking at a data analyst, but I also, when you explain it, data science, I'm also interested in that. And then, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, definitely.
Okay. So then at the tail end here, you said something else about healthcare something. What are those with my experience and background? Which of those would be best suited for me? Like I said, I initially want to do data analyst, but then after you explain what each of those jobs would do, the data science was more appealing to me. But
Yeah.
then when you said something about a healthcare at the very end, at the payment thing, what
Yeah.
is that healthcare thing? What do you think would be the best fit for me?
Okay. So let me briefly talk about the healthcare. So due to really having a high demand of people that are currently in the healthcare space looking to transition, we needed to create healthcare data school. Now, the healthcare data school is still you going through data analysis, but it's more streamlined, more focused on healthcare professionals. When you go through data analysis, you'll be working on projects that cut across every sector, finance, logistics, manufacturing. You get to do a whole lot of other sector projects. But you getting into healthcare data school, the projects you'll be working on are more streamlined to healthcare. You will still be doing a little bit of other sector projects, but you are more focused. You have capstones where you get to do during your program. Your capstones are all going to be on healthcare. You will have mentorship sessions. So you see the mentorship sessions where you have professionals from other sector. When it comes to the healthcare data school, you will have professionals that are in healthcare come into your sessions and give you more insight. So you are able to even furthermore relate and understand to what is going on. That is the purpose of the healthcare data school. So the healthcare data school is still you doing data analysis, but instead of you going through the traditional data analysis, you're now focused on the healthcare. data school, right? Now, when you compare that to data science, like I said, as a data scientist, you are able to do everything a data analyst can do and some more. The more there is the statistics and the predictive analytics. And for you to be able to do this, you'll be learning a little bit of Python programming language for you to be able to train and build a machine model. So if you're open to learning statistics and you're open to learning Python programming language, even if you've never done anything in that space before, you can get into data science. The only major difference now is we don't have a healthcare data science school. It's only a healthcare data school. Okay, so if you're going through the data science, it is not going to be streamlined to only healthcare and a little bit of every other one. But if you go through the healthcare data school, it is streamlined to healthcare and other sector. I don't know if that's been able to answer your question, Precious.
Okay. And this healthcare data school, how long has it been? I know your program been in for 6 years. How is this healthcare data fairly new? And what's
Yes.
the successful rate of being higher? Because my degree is
Okay.
in healthcare management.
Okay.
Um,
So,
so
okay. So, like I said, if you listen to what I was talking about, Pavel in Arizona, in Tucson, Arizona, Pavel
Mhm.
went through the data analytics program and he got a job as a healthcare data analyst. All right.
Okay.
The only reason why he's able to achieve that was because he went through the data analytics program, the traditional data analytics program, and a little bit of projects he was able to touch base with in the healthcare space during the data
Mhm.
analytics program. That helped or facilitated his opportunity to land that job as a healthcare data analyst. Martin, the operations manager in Nigeria, got a job as a pathology data analyst. He landed that job also because of, he went through data analytics also, because of the little bit of healthcare project he must have worked on during his training. Now, when it comes to the healthcare data school, you're not touching a little bit of healthcare projects. You are very heavy on much more healthcare projects. So if people that touch base with about two, three projects in the healthcare space and landing jobs, the data analyst program remains the same thing. The only extra you get by going through the healthcare data school is the additional healthcare focused project. That's the difference. The whole system remains the same thing. The structure for the data analytics program remains the same thing. The only addition you get is the additional healthcare project, the additional mentorship, and the additional capstone project focused on healthcare. Does that make more sense to you?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, which is it going to be? The healthcare or the data science?
I mean, I've been in healthcare all of my adult career. So I mean, the healthcare analysis would be great. Because I am was looking to move into something and they needed something about, and that's why I say I needed to learn something because it's all about analytics. And so I'm like, okay, I need to learn that so I can be able to,
Leverage.
yeah,
Awesome.
optimize my thing. So and
Awesome.
that started today, right? That healthcare class.
So if you register today, you will be able to join the programs that started today, which is 7th of February. Now, the class they had today was not a live instructor-led class, it's an onboarding session, and everything you get access to it. So you still have access, the opportunity to join this one that started today. If you miss this, the next one is starting 7th of March.
Okay. And that's the thing. I have a mission trip in July. So I will be gone from the end of June to the middle of July.
End of June,
To the middle of July,
no
yes.
problem. That's like 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's like
Nah,
six.
that's fine.
Okay.
So during your training, you will have direct access to your instructors, to your mentors, to your accountability partners. So in a situation whereby you will be out of class for some time, they will be able to keep you up to speed as to what to do and how best to do it. Okay.
And the class you say I'm in New York town. So you say that's in the evening from 6 to 8
So in EST, what's your time zone?
Eastern.
Eastern. So you have your first class for the Eastern is you have one for 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., then 12 noon to 3 p.m. That's your time zone. That's your class for a time zone. So either one that works best for you, you can get into it.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So
I
I
have
will
to
have,
figure out this payment
sorry?
part. I said the
No
payment
problem.
part is what I have to figure out.
Yeah, so I'm going to have the link. I sent the link in the chat box. If you click on that link, it's going to take you there directly. And what you can do is you can do the payment now. If you have any sort of challenge, you can just raise your hand and I'll be able to help and guide you through it. Okay. Okay, so next I'm going to take Dolapo. Before I take Dolapo, I think I can drop a question in the chat box. I have masters in technology management and office certificate programs in supply chain logistics management and lean manufacturing. Sigma, am I good fit? Yes, you're a good fit for business analysis and also a good fit for data analysis. So your background fit into either of them perfectly. The only thing that will determine which you want to get into is, are you comfortable speaking, jumping into people's faces, jumping into meetings? If that is a yes, that is then get into business analysis. If that is a no for you, then get into data analysis. But you fit into either of them 100%. Okay, I hope I've been able to answer your question, Akam. Then Miss Didion said, I have a master's in business administration. Okay, before I take Miss Eddie Dion, I think I'll take Dolapo. Then after Dolapo, I will take Mr. Didion. Hi, Dolapo. I've asked you to unmute your mic.
Hey, how you doing, boss?
Very well, thank you. And you?
Yeah, I'm doing excellent. Thanks for asking. So I mean, I have a very quick question about this class, right?
Yeah,
So my question is like, assuming that like I was supposed to enroll in like the data engineering class, like
yeah.
is this gonna be like on a cloud-based lesson or like how do you teach this? Are you teaching it like based on a real life the real time scenario, like real time project, I mean, basically. And
Yeah,
also, do you
definitely.
think that,
So go ahead, please. Don't let me cut in.
yes, so yeah, that's one question. And another one that I have is can you, if I enroll for like the data engineering class, can you is there a way, is it possible that like you can just teach end-to-end project that involve data analysis as well, in the data engineering class.
End-to-end data analysis. Okay. So let me
And
ask you.
end-to-end, no, end-to-end, uh, you know, tutorial that involve data analysis as well.
Yeah, I get that. So I'm going to answer that for you. Now, let me answer the first question, which is the type of project you're working on. Are they real world? The answer to that is yes. They are all real world projects. And that is why by the time you are in the program, you will be able to find yourself landing jobs. The only reason why that is applicable is while you're in training, you're working on real world projects. Now, when I mean real world, the data space is a very sensitive environment whereby we don't have the opportunity to say, oh, so we have somebody working as a data engineer for KPMG, and it was going to bring that project of KPMG into your class and you work with it. No, that is not going to be possible because that's going to be you being exposed to some data you should not have access to. So what we'll do is we'll remove some very sensitive information from such data that you will not be able to track that data to any organization for data privacy sakes, right? But the problem, the challenge, the thing you get to do on that project still remains the same thing. Those are the type of projects you work with within class that will give you the experience and the skills you need to land yourself a job as a data engineer. Now, with the way your programs are structured, you don't have the luxury to take two programs at a time. because everything is ongoing concurrently. Your 6 months in class for data engineering for people starting in February is the same 6 months that somebody taking data analysis will take, right? The only thing that can happen is after your data engineering, if there's a need for you to learn data analysis, you cannot go ahead to register with data analysis. But say you're taking the data engineering at the same time, you're also learning data analysis, that is not possible, and we don't have such structure. You can only take one program at a time and go through with it. But if, let's say, for example, another opportunity you have is, let's say you get into data engineering, and about 3 weeks into the program, you see that that data engineering is not yours. You rather get into data analysis. You have ability to switch from data engineering to data analysis. The only opportunity you don't have is you cannot switch back and forth. Data engineering from data engineering to data analysis, then back to data engineering. No, that is not going to be possible, right? You have the ability to do that 100%. I hope that makes sense and was able to answer your question, Dolapo. Okay, so I would take Edidion. So Edidion said I have a master's in business administration and I did human resource for my bachelor's. I've been in healthcare industry, specialized support giver for 5 years. Please, which course should I get into? Definitely, you can get into. So you did human resource as your bachelor's and you have a master's in business administration. If you're still looking to further in healthcare, which I will advise because that's your actual work experience, every other one is educational. These 5 years is your actual work experience. I will tell you for free, get into the healthcare data school where you'll be able to have opportunity to leverage on your 5 years. So by the time you're looking to apply to, like, for example, let's say clinical data analyst or health informatic analyst, you're not applying as entry level. You're applying as somebody that have 3, 4, 5 years of experience because you actually do. Okay. So, Mr. Didion, I would advise you 100% get into the healthcare data school. Okay. So I think I have Hi Device Sam. Hi Device Sam. You want to go ahead? I've actually unmute your mic. Hi.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, hello.
Hi.
Good day, Prince.
Yeah, good day.
Yeah, I dropped a long note on the chat. I didn't know I was
Oh,
gonna be the
okay. You
first.
said
Yeah.
it's actually long. Wow.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Yeah, you can maybe try and read it up
Okay, let
then.
me let me go through it. So I have a master's in computer science working in Microsoft 365 by 5 years of work versus company in Canada with experience in user adoption and training. Support roles like user dynamic DFM, Waves, service now. Okay, so that's it. Coming in, I want to get period and precision. Work is freelancer or work for company and project duration. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you want to leverage on all this and get into you want to let so what you've been doing, Sam, what
Yeah.
you've been doing over the years is you supporting organization to grow. That's what you've been doing over the years. Okay. So you want to leverage on this and when you say you offer consultancy for companies, what do you do? What did you do in that space as a consultant? What did you do?
Okay. Yeah. So I've helped some companies in Port Harcourt leverage on the M265 architecture, like helping them to get their license on, giving them advisories on what the best license to get, and help run trainings on the solutions like SharePoint Teams, train the admins and the management team on the usage, best practices, give documentations, and
Okay.
so on.
Get into business analysis. That's the best route for you. I will have advised you get into DevOps, but DevOps is let me use the word hardcore, okay? Because DevOps is, where are you? Where are you joining from?
I'm currently in Canada, in Quebec.
Canada. All right. So get into business analysis, all right? Get into business analysis whereby you will. So what I'm actually looking forward to is not what you've done. What you've done actually is fantastic, but I'm looking at 3, 5 years from now, and 3, 5 years from now for you is you're setting up a company whereby you're actually having a consultancy firm and you have business analysts working for you. You have tech people, a lot of people with tech skills working for you that you are able to provide instant solution to any sort of incorporation or optimization an organization is looking for. That is you as a business analyst, right? The stake management and engagement, stake management analysis, these are the things that the business analysis open you to. And with your experience, it makes more sense for you to get into business analysis, whereby you will learn what it actually takes for you to understand the business process, how to identify, how for you to run your gap analysis and do a lot more as a business analyst, solving problems for organizations. So for you, I would say get into business analysis. That is going to be way valuable for you moving forward. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So I think I have. Hi, Khadijat. I don't have any other question in the chat box. That's why I'm taking Khadijat. If you have a question, kindly use the raise hand icon, so I'll be able to call you and you get to ask whatever question you have. Khadijat, I've asked you to unmute your mic. Are you able to unmute your mic?
Yes, I am. Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah,
Hi.
thank you so much for this opportunity. So, my question is, what would you recommend for someone that have over almost 10 years of experience in customer support? That's my first question. Then I have follow-up.
10 years in customer support,
Yes.
that's you getting into business analysis, customer facing role. If you,
Okay, so I know that business analysis, you need to be an extrovert. And
yes,
yeah,
you're an introvert.
yeah, kind of.
So how did you survive 10 years?
I don't know. I don't know really. Really, because
I
I was
mean,
thinking of project management or business analysis truly, but after today I realized that really you really need to be an extrovert where you need to speak with stakeholders,
yes,
get people updated and all of that for business
yes.
analysis. I don't know if it's the same for project management really.
So when it comes to project management, you don't get to speak with the management, the team,
Mm.
the work population. No, you don't get to do that. What you get to do when it comes to project management, you still get to speak with people, but the people you're speaking to now, they are your direct team that you're leading.
Yeah,
So let's say you're meant to have delivered a particular project last week, and the project tester, the application tester, product tester is draggy for one reason or the other. You get into a meeting with that person and the rest of the team to know exactly why that is the issue and how you can solve the problem. So the meeting you always have as a project manager is more frequent because of your deliverables, is more
yeah.
frequent, but is within your team, not
Okay.
everybody.
Okay.
Is that manageable for you?
Yeah, that is it. Yeah, it is. But do you think it's actually a great start for me switching from customer support?
So for you, switching from customer support 100%, it is going to draw you out of what you're doing and it's going to put you in a leadership role, right?
Okay.
It's going to build that in you, even if we all have it. I normally tell people that in every day of our lives, there's an aspect of project management because you
Yeah.
plan of how your day wants to go. You want to do something, you plan it. That is project management.
Yeah.
But how you now get to do it in a world-class level when you're managing either a large team or a smaller team and making sure everything and at every point is accountable for every sort of action. That is what you can now get to learn, right? Now, for you that have over like 10 years of experience in customer service, getting into it is very fantastic. Now, what you can now do is you can pace yourself. Is you becoming an extrovert part of the plan maybe later in the future?
Yeah, definitely.
Is that yes or no?
Yeah, it's a yes. Like I said, definitely yes.
Definitely. So what we can now pace ourselves like, okay, so let's set like a career plan, a career goal. You want
Okay.
to get into project management,
Okay.
be that get a job, do that for about a year or two, lead projects, have fantastic projects under your belt that you are proud of. Then you upscaling is becoming a business analyst. Now, when you become a business analyst, you're not going to be in that space for so long. You will become a business analyst so that you can understand how to break down problems and know how to solve them step by step. Then you become a product manager, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So that way, by the time you're a project manager, become a business analyst, then you understand how to monetize and make anything
Okay.
a money back, either for any organization or for yourself or for your company. That is you becoming like a standalone money house. And that is you going to become something after business analysis. So if you're not comfortable, like you want to grow a career whereby the interfacing of people becomes like a daily thing, you don't really want to do it for so long, then you can leverage on still business analysis after some years and become a product manager. Okay.
All right. Thank you. But then, my last question is, you guys have been like, okay, pardon me if I'm wrong, really, but I noticed you speak more on data science, health, something, yeah, data definitely generally, and on
Yeah.
data analytics and the likes. For project management, like I know you actually I don't want to say you be biased, but is this a great ground to actually start? Because you've been speaking more on things that have to do with data science, the healthcare and the likes. Yeah. So
Yeah. So the major truth, I don't want to be biased, I'm not going to be biased, is you can never compare, look at the market. You can never compare how hard organizations are looking out for data professionals. You cannot compare that to how hard they are looking for professionals in project management.
okay.
Okay. By going through the business analysis program, right? By going through the business analysis program, you will be having some skill as a project manager, even without going through the Agile Project Management program. Because as a business analyst, there will be some aspect whereby you've made a recommendation, and that recommendation will require the organization to plan a particular project. If they don't have a project manager, it's going to be difficult for them to execute that particular recommendation you've recommended. So you, by going through the business analysis program, when you make a recommendation in your own right, excuse me, in your own right, you will have the ability to still be able to plan that mini project and deliver it to the organization. Now, if the organization does not have an agile project manager at that point, there won't be a need to hire anybody because the business analyst can also wear the hat of an agile project manager, though in a smaller chunk. But if it's an organization that do handle projects all the time, they will always need an agile project manager. There is no organization that can survive without it. Even if the one that has a business analyst, the only reason why they are surviving is because they have a business analyst that has project management skills. And it's not all business analysts that do have that. I can only speak for my organization that I'm certain that if you go through the business analysis program, you will have the project management skill. You will have that. It's not all organization or all business analysts that will have this. Now, when it comes to the demand, there's a much more higher demand for data professionals, even business analysis or business analysts, than project managers. But then you cannot compare You cannot say definitely by you going through the Agile Project Management Program, you will not be able to get a job. Definitely not. There are jobs out there. I think if I go back to that page that has, let me run to it. If I go back to that page that has the jobs you can apply to, all right? Can you see my screen? Catch that?
Yes, I can.
So if you see this bottom right, you will see some of the job titles you can apply to just by going through the Agile Project Management Program. The demand is not the same. The demand is not the same, but that does not mean that if you go through the program, you will not be getting a job. Absolutely not. You will be. Okay?
Okay, that's very clear. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Right.
your.
You're welcome. So for everyone just joining the meeting, my colleague shared the attendance form in the chat box. The session has been on for about almost 2 hours now. Okay, you've missed out on a lot. I will not lie. So make sure you complete the attendance form. This session is recorded. Everything we're talking about, to be able to get that sent to you once you complete the attendance form, we send that to your email. This slide that I'm also working on, you will get it sent to your email, and you have the opportunity to ask whatever question. You also get the ability to reach out to us, and you can ask whatever question that you have. Okay. So, hi, Utwak. Utwak, I've asked you to unmute your mic.
Okay, hi. Thanks, Prince, for the session. My question is, okay, so I understand that the program is sort of in two phases. That's based on my understanding. First, we go through like a course-based, instructor-led program for 8 months, thereabout. And then there is now the interview and the job preparation stage. My question is, can it be done in parallel, or is it a sequential process where you start and complete the course first and then you start preparing for the job market? Or like, for example, myself, I don't have that much time, 8 months before my target is about 2 months or so. So I was wondering, if I get into the program, would immediately start getting mentorship for interview preparations and the job market, really job search and the rest, what you offer right off the go? Or do I have to take the course in its 8 months period before I start that job phase? How does it work?
Thank you so much for this question, Udwak. It's amazing that I never mentioned it. I'm just trying to rack my head like, Prince, how did you forget to even mention this? Because the duration of the program is 6 months in-class training and 2 months internship. But you have the ability to start to see these jobs you can see on my screen. Any of the program you get into, you have ability to start applying to them as early as 2 months. If I go on our YouTube page, I have some testimonials there of people that were able to land jobs 3 months into the program. Vanessa, the lady that spoke last, she landed a job, I think 3, 4 months into the program as a data scientist. So immediately, and what that really translates to is immediately you start the program, you are getting every other of the employability service. Your mentorship sessions happens every Thursday. If you register today, Saturday, next week, Thursday, you are getting into a mentorship session. You are not missing out. So as you're learning your technical bits, you are learning the employability. Now, I'm not saying you're going to have everything you need in 2 months. Definitely not. But by 2 months, your CV, you will have that master CV that you'll be able to tailor to jobs you can apply to. Your LinkedIn, even if you don't have a LinkedIn profile right now, by 2 months into the program, you must have opened a LinkedIn, verified it, optimized it, have your information there to some extent that people will start seeing you by 2 months into the program. By 2 months into the program, you must have learned how to introduce yourself if you get called for an interview. By 2 months into the program, you already have access to in-house job board. You must have applied to some jobs. By 2 months into the program, you must have learned how to search for jobs that you can apply to. How you can search for jobs not using the job title. How you can search for jobs using the skill that you have. All this by 2 months into the program. So I'm so sorry. And thank you so much for asking this question. I can't believe I forgot to even talk about it. So you are not to start applying to job by end of the program. As a matter of fact, you will always have your accountability partner come to you and tell you, now is the time to start applying to jobs. And that's about 2 months into the program. Start applying to jobs. Start applying. If you get called for an interview, doesn't matter. You can get into an interview preparation. You have a professional. Look at what you have. Look at what the job is looking out for and prep you for that particular interview, right? So you're not to wait until the end of the program before you start applying to job. I hope that's been able to answer that question. You're welcome. So Precious is asking, is this program friendly to someone that has no computer experience, but some basic knowledge? So Precious, I'm going to tell you this. If the maximum thing you know how to do on your laptop is probably, let's say, to watch a movie, watch Netflix, or to check your email, if that's the maximum thing you know how to do on your laptop, trust me, the way your programs are structured, as a matter of fact, that's like you're going for the healthcare data school. That's like the maximum level of what we expect you to know before you can get into the program. Now, there are some programs that they will need you to have a little bit of suaviness. For example, data engineering, for example, cybersecurity, they will expect you to know, okay, so I understand some basic things about computer. Like, for example, I know what is a WAN, what is RJ45, what is a USB. I know all those things in cybersecurity. But when it comes to data analytics, health informatics, even if you're joining this meeting on your laptop, your level is too much. You know too much for that purpose. Okay. So that's how much beginners friendly this. So if you have an iPad, you don't have a laptop, you need to get a laptop because remember, you're not just coming into class to watch somebody speak. You are doing the work. Okay. And you can't do it on your iPad. You need to get a laptop. So if you don't have a laptop, now is the time. The journey starts now. Okay. All right. So Uduak, you have a question? Your hand is up again. Do you have a question?
Yes, please. Concerning health informatics, the health tech, would
Yeah.
there be any coverage? Would there be anything surrounding computer vision, image processing, thereabout as relates to health?
No.
No.
No, no, no. So if you're looking at computer vision, before
Uh-huh.
you can get into that space, that's Python programming,
Uh-huh.
and that is data science. Okay. So
Ah,
if you're looking at computer vision, then if you can see my screen, you will see under data science. If you look at the last job you can apply to, the 10th
yeah.
one, that's computer vision engineer.
Okay. Okay.
So if you're looking at computer vision, then get into the data science program. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Before I go ahead and answer Peace, Uche is asking, is Chromebook good for the program? So Chromebook, it's not going to be able to install some Windows applications you'll be using. For example, you cannot install Power BI on Chromebook. You will need to get a Windows laptop. And public service announcement in tech, it's Windows laptop is way more friendly to all the technical tools you'll be using in this space. So Chromebook is good if you want to watch a movie. If you're traveling, you want a laptop that will last about a whole week. Yes, get a Chromebook. But when you're about to get the job done, get a Windows laptop. Any Windows laptop is basically going to get the job done. But a Chromebook, no, Chromebook will not really get the job done for you. Okay. So Uche, you and Precious, you're on the same boat. You need to get a laptop ASAP. Okay. Peace. I've actually unmuted your mic.
Good evening, friends, and
Hi,
thank you
Peace.
for this section today.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
a quick one. Under the healthcare data school,
Yeah.
I saw some roles listed where you have the health informatics specialist, the medical data analyst, and the medical imaging analyst.
Yeah.
And when you were talking, you said we'll have a section of data science. Then we'll be more on the healthcare process. So I really want to know, during the search for job, if you are to go in maybe for the healthcare data analyst, can you also work as a data analyst, not under the healthcare?
Yes, you can. 100%.
100%. Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do I have any other person that have a question before we wrap it up for the night? Hi, Sam said, you don't know if I saw, if we could talk after the class. So, hi, Sam, make sure you complete the attendance form, okay? Complete the attendance form. Are you able to confirm your full name so that, let me check the messages sent. Okay, so I'm going to read this, then just make sure you complete the attendance form so that I can get your details from there. Awesome. So I'll get your details from there and we'll speak, okay? Or okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Let me share my number so that if anybody is having challenges making payments, they will be able to reach out. Even though you have people you can always reach out to, but make sure that if you're looking to join the class starting that started already, which is in February, make sure you complete your payment today. You can select any of the payment plan that works for you. Any of them is good. Just make sure you don't miss out on any of that today. Okay. So I'm going to drop this in the chat box. And if you have any challenges, so I, Sam, I'm going to also drop this for your sake. So you can drop me a message on WhatsApp. Okay. Just drop me a message on WhatsApp. Just say your name is Hi Diva Sam, then we can pick it up from there. Then for any other person that's on the call that is looking to also make payment or you feel you might want to have any sort of challenge, you have my number. That's my number. Just copy it, send me a message, and I'll be willing to guide in every way that I could. Okay. So I believe I've been able to answer everybody's question, and we all know how best to move forward with our career path. If you have any sort of questions, you have my number. If you miss out on the number, make sure you don't miss out on the attendance form so that we always have somebody that you can reach out to. And if you need further clarity, we are always available to help you make the best decision with all the information we have at your disposal. Okay. So thank you all for being here. I totally appreciate the time spent. I said it was going to be 45 minutes, but automatically this is like 2 hours.